Hey guys, Captain StarLog, January 27th, 2017. Welcome back to the log. A lot of people watched my last one, over 2,000. I've got 64 comments. So I'm going to try to do something that I haven't done in a while for Captain's Log, and that's address everybody's comments. I'm going to try to do that. I also want to show you a few other things from my collection. I've had a few requests from the comments, which we'll get into. And I apologize for my voice. It's a little raspy. I was really sick for a few days. Had a cold and just a fever. Had the crap kicked out of me. I wasn't throwing up or anything, which is good. But the cough and the sore throat really didn't develop till after I had started feeling better. And now I just have a raspy voice. I sound like I've got gravel in my throat, which is kind of awful. Anyway, the first thing I want to show you guys is this awesome Trekyards shirt with the Trekyards emblem emblazed there. This is done by James Palsrock. He is somebody we met at Denver, at the Denver Comic-Con. He hung around the booth. I got to know him. We became friends. And his mother does embroidery and stuff. So she wanted to put this together for me. Well, he did. And so I sent him this style of shirt, which I kind of like. And he made this up for me, and it's amazing. This is an extra large. It's a little tight in the chest because I'm a little overweight. I need to lose a few pounds, so it's a little tight here. But I've ordered some, two more actually from him. The same style, but in double XL. So they'll have a little bit more room. They won't be quite as tight. I mean, this looks fine. It looks good. It's stretched out a bit since I first got it, and I really love it. I think it's great to have the Trekyards logo on a shirt and to have my own Trekyards Command shirt. It's even Command Gold. The other two I ordered, though, one's exactly like this with the gold, but I also got a dark maroon color for like the TNG Command color as well, because I think that would look really cool. So hopefully you guys like that. That's one of the first things I wanted to show you guys. And thank you to James as well, and your mom and everything. It was a fantastic thing. James was awesome. He hung out with us at the booth in Denver Comic-Con, and he's got a lovely, beautiful wife. It was great getting to know them, and yeah, now we chat on Facebook Messenger all the time, and this was a fantastic kind of belated Christmas gift from him. So I think it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. The fact that it's all embroidered on there and stuff. Now, it wouldn't be a Captain's Log if I didn't read you a quote from What Would Captain Kirk Do? Never let a good thing slip through your fingers. And that applies to the whole collecting aspect of my last video and this one. Because I'm going to talk about a few new things I got and show off some more of my collection a little bit. Because yeah, there were a few requests to see a few things, which is fine. So yeah, if you see something that's a good price, even if you don't really have the money, scoop it up if you can, because you're going to regret not getting it if you didn't get it the first time. That's an important lesson, I think. I know it's not always viable financially or even just practically to pick something up, but if you don't, you're going to kick yourself in the ass. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Even if it's a new thing at a store, and there's only one of them left on the shelf, and you're like, no, I'll come back for that tomorrow or at the end of the week when I get paid, 90% chance it's not going to be there, and you're going to feel like an asshole. So try to scoop things up when you can, and yeah, Captain Kirk said so. And so did Captain Foley. So one of the coolest things I've got, which I've kind of had in my mind for a while, is, well, this I want to show you in a second, but it's something that you wouldn't initially think would be it'd be cool to have, but it wouldn't be something you'd necessarily go to your way to get. But after Christmas, StarTrek.com had a sale, and this item was on sale for like, I forget how much off. It was like almost 50% off. I believe it was still 30 some odd bucks. But I scooped it up and I absolutely love it. And now I looked online initially for it. There was no dimensions for it. There's only like 3 or 4 pictures for it, which are okay pictures, but they're all the same pictures on every site. So I don't know if I need to do a review of this thing, because I'm sure a lot of people are interested in it and don't know anything about it. And this is it right here. The Trekyards, or the Trekyards, the Star Trek cutting board, the USS Enterprise. Now, this is absolutely fantastic. The detail on this is great. I mean, it looks beautiful. And this is something I've had my eye on for a while, just because of that top silhouette. I mean, that looks amazing. The top of the ship is beautiful, beyond all belief. Now, this light back here with the LEDs, I've got a Millennium Falcon. That's just the top of the Millennium Falcon. It's actually right here on my desk. See, just the top, you know. And I've seen a Star Trek Enterprise one that's kind of 3/4 view, one of those lights. I always thought it would look cool to just have this view, boom, sitting in the lamp, the top view. It's one of the best views of the Enterprise. I said that forever, and then Think Geek finally came up with this, which is actually kind of better, and I never really thought about this, but the LCARS display is cool. Now, that's the TOS Enterprise. I also have the next generation one, which will be in there occasionally, but, you know, I like TOS, so it's going to be in there. Yeah. I think blue is probably the best color going with my motion picture theme I have right now. Yeah, I can change the colors on this. As you know, red, green, lighter red, light blue, yellow, white, and then there's the scrolling one where it scrolls through. But blue, for most of the captain's logs, looks better because blue you can actually see the details on it. But anyway, back to the cutting board. So this is the size it is. It's not huge, it's not small, and I would never use it for a cutting board. There's little slots here and stuff for like crackers, which some of the pictures online have crackers in here, and there's cheese and summer sausage cut up and sliced on top. They say if you want to use the cutting board and don't want to wreck this beautiful surface, you can always turn it upside down and cut this way, which is a great idea. Fantastic idea. And on the bottom it's got Star Trek 2015 CBS. So it's absolutely gorgeous. What I want to do is actually hang it on the wall. Hang it like this. You can hang it like this. You can turn these into something else. I actually had this sitting right after Christmas. It was sitting on my model table over here. And these little slots, I had After Eights sitting in them because I'm a huge After Eight fan. I always get lots of After Eights for Christmas. So I took them out of the box, put the sleeves in here. So I just had sleeves of After Eights. I could just grab one. Works fine for that. It's cool. And it'd be simple to put a hanging device on the back, even drill a small hole so you could mount it flush on a wall surface. And it's such a great piece of art that it really speaks to that. One of the cool things about it is the engines. The nacelles come off and they're magnetic, but there's a little fork, cheese fork, and a like spreading knife so you can spread cheese ball or spread or whatever on your crackers. So just a neat little gimmicky thing, and I always wanted one, but they were just a little too pricey. But after they went on sale, I thought I'm gonna scoop one up, and I'm glad I did because it looks fantastic. Now, when I first got it, the registry number and stuff wasn't an equal darkness, as you can see here, and in the pictures online, it's all the same kind of a dark ingrained wood or burn. When I got it, it wasn't quite like that. It was kind of spotty in spots. All I did was I got a dark pencil crayon, and I just went, because you can get it if it's sharp enough, you go in the lines, and you can't even tell. You can't even tell. Now it looks exactly like the ones online, and it's a beautiful piece of art. I don't even care if I ever use it as a cutting board. I can lean it up. I can lean it up against the wall on a bookshelf or something. Always hang it on the wall, either, so many possibilities for it, and it's beautiful. That's all I can say. It's beautiful. If you have the means, if you have the opportunity, I suggest picking one up, and you can also beat people with it because it's big. And I just thought of that as I was holding it like this. But fun piece of geekery, I guess. Another thing I didn't show you guys last time was something that I mentioned my good friend Noel, who brought me a bunch of stuff, Star Trek collection wise, and this is one of them. This is from Playmates, and this is the original bridge crew. So you got everybody in there. You got Kirk, Sulu, Scotty, McCoy, Uhura, Chekhov over there, and then Spock, and then like a wood cardboard bridge set that they're displayed in. This will probably never come out of the packaging. I like this setup the way it is. That bridge set's not really meant to be played with as is cardboard, so I won't be taking it out of the box. I think it's a great display piece like this, and it is limited. It's a limited edition, individually numbered collector's set. This is number 66,857 of 150,000. So it's really cool. It's got the Enterprise on the top there. The side, it's got a picture of them all, and then on the back, it's got all their little bios and some of the other are included with each figure. It's got the communicator, the phaser, and then the action bases of the different. This one's actually signed. Signed by Nichelle Nichols. Signed by Uhura. Got her signature there. As you can see. Which I actually didn't know until right this second, so that ups the cool factor multiple times. So I'm excited about that now. It's signed by Nichelle. So there you go. That's another piece of the Star Trek collection that I have. Now, there are a few other things here set aside that were mentioned in the comments. I'm going to go through the comments right now real quick. And future captain's logs, the next one's going to be a very interesting one. I've got a great topic in mind. And I'll talk about some of the recent developments as far as Axanar and stuff goes. I know you guys are interested in my opinion. This one I didn't want to include that in. But the next one I'll mention it. And I'm sure Samuel and myself will be doing a video talking about it at some point too. So stay tuned for that, guys. I know you guys are interested. King Hamster Trekkie says, thanks for the message. I actually feel better despite the whole Trump thing. John Reese says, you guys always brighten my day. P.S. Love the collection of primes. Talking about my Optimus Primes. Legativus1, you're looking well groomed today, Stuart. I didn't know how to take that. I hope I look well groomed every day. But thank you. Chris Bennett, you guys are one of my favorite channels. Keep it up. Red Bell Pepper says 2 words, rhino skin. I don't get that one either. Darth Agamemnon. You guys rock. I don't know how anyone can be truly negative about what you do. Certainly anything I would comment on would be made in mock negativity, but I will always do my best to make that apparent. Keep going, and I'll support you on Patreon when I can. Well, thank you, sir. Odd Job 428. Great channel, sir. Thank you. Flathead GG244. Nerds Paradise. Well, thank you. I like to think so. Corey Howard, I love the collection. I'm trying to start my own, and I have models of the Enterprise 1701 all the way to the E, and I'm trying to get the NX-01 and Voyager. Mark Bernero says, are these Eagle Moss, Diamond Select, or Kit models? Eagle Moss is coming up with a series of 11-inch models of the Enterprise and other hero ships, Defiant, Voyager, and Excelsior. I have a few. I only have 3 Eagle Moss ships, surprisingly enough. One is the D7, which is back here. I also have the NX refit. Those were both courtesy of the Trek Collector. Thank you, Chris, for sending those over with Samuel when he came over in October. I also have in the other room the Defiant. That's the other Eagle Moss one that I have. All the other ones along the bottom of my display, they were all Diamond Select. And then there's also some various other ones. There's Micro Machines. There's the Johnny Lightning series in there as well. Also the rest are model kits, either big model kits or the 2500 scale Cadet series kits. So I hope that answers your question. Mike Blaze, nice collection. Really enjoy watching. Have a great day. Well, you too. Hope you have a great day today as well. Trimacula. Hello, you have a nice show. I like your collection. There are some pretty interesting things in it. I'm a German fan of Star Trek for 30 years now. I like to say I learned English by watching Star Trek. Anyway, I would like to hear more about your ship Executioner. Did I spell it right? Yes, you did. How did it get its name? What is the history of the ship? I guess every Trekkie has, at one point, their own ship. Well, that said, keep up the good work. Greetings from Germany. Trimacula to Vensri. The Executioner is my own ship. It is not a Mirror Universe ship. It is not a Terran Empire ship. The name Executioner throws a lot of people off. I just always wanted to call a ship Executioner. I thought it was a cool name. It is kind of harsh when you think about it. Hi, we're the Executioner. We come in peace. We're not through the translation matrix. What does Executioner mean? Oh, they want to kill us. Well, you're screwed. But no, it's in Star Trek Online, so it's in the future, and it is a TOS Connie. So I like to think of it as a surgical strike cruiser. It's actually designed for specific mission profiles to do surgical strikes behind enemy lines. It's got specific mission parameters. It's designed to go in and take out targets, kind of like SEAL Team 6, I guess. So that's why it's called the Executioner, it's very precise surgical strikes. And an executioner doesn't kill everybody. An executioner kills the person that's supposed to be executed. So this executes its missions, hence why it's the executioner. It goes after one specific target, takes care of that, deals with that target. And that's my ship. I'm the captain of that, and I am Captain Foley. That's just my thing. And then we've got a whole story about how the USS Foley, which is my own design ship, comes about. And it ties in with the Executioner being a TOS ship. Anyway, there's a whole thing around it. You'll hear it someday. That's just a teaser for now. But hopefully you guys... I hope that answers your question, because a few people asked about the Executioner. And this is fun, actually, reading your comments again. I haven't had a chance to do this for a while, because most of the comments are way too... There's way too many to talk to get to them all. But this one, I thought I'd specifically focus on it, because I really missed doing this. And the last one... The last Captain's Log and this one really spoke to doing this kind of format for you guys. So hope you guys enjoy this. Next is Ashley L. Hey Captain, have you put together that model under the Klingon Disruptor that looks like it's supposed to have the cutaway views? Or maybe that's my bad eyes, I can't tell. I don't know if you're talking about this one under here. There is a cutaway TOS Enterprise under my Klingon Disruptor model, our box over here. This one. I don't know if this is the one you were talking about. There's the Klingon Disruptor box. There's the cutaway. If you were talking about the one over there, because I do have the Klingon Disruptor over there, that is not a cutaway model. That's actually, there's the TOS Enterprise with the Botany Bay behind the Disruptor, and then a Klingon D7. So, but this one is a cutaway version of the ship. I have not built it. I really want to, but I don't have the time. I currently have something on my build table over here, which is my next project, because I got to get back into model building, and I haven't had time or patience or the room to do it. But after Christmas, I decided, hell, I'm going to do it, clean off the model table, and this is my next endeavor. It is underway, so it's in the process of being painted. So the next step is to paint it, do some washes, do some weathering, get the decals on it. I'm getting a custom set of decals made from my friend J-Bot decals. So yeah, that's going to be done. It's going to be hung up with my Enterprises and my kit bash and stuff that's up there. And that'll get me back into, because painting is one of my favorite aspects of model building. So that'll get me back into model building. And then I really need to focus on getting my 350 refit done. It's, as you guys know, it's been under construction for a while. Got the lighting kit and everything for it. I got to get that hammered out and done. So I'm getting into it slowly. I'm going to start with that. I might build another model before I start working on the 350 refit again. I don't know yet, but I really want to get back into it. So, but yes, the cutaway, it is a cutaway, and I will be doing it eventually. Intrepid Mike, can you talk about your Enterprise C model? Okay, there's two questions about the Enterprise C model. This is the first one. So I thought he was referring to this one, which is my big Enterprise C model, which I did quite a while ago. This one, I can't remember who gave it to me. I never really liked the Ambassador class, never liked the Enterprise C, never wanted to do one. Somebody gave me the model kit, and I thought, okay, I checked out the instructions. It's a pretty simple build, this one, and I thought I'd whip it together. I was originally going to do the battle damage decals and stuff on it, but when I put it together, like I said, I never liked the Ambassador class. Once I built this, the Ambassador class is now one of my favorite designs, Starfleet designs. I think it's a fantastic callback to the TOS Enterprise. The sturdiness of it's there. The shapes are all there. It's just a beautiful ship. It's a beautiful ship. The only problem I have is there's no impulse engine or anything here. This is just a big empty space that's missing something. The impulse engine's down here, of course, but it needs something here. But anyway, yeah, so I painted this up. I did it sort of the colors they suggested, but I kind of made it very bold. I got the torpedo painted in there, all the little escape pod things painted, white, some detail on the shuttle bay. I put my own colors in here, copper, some gold for the doors, silver. I embellished the colors a little bit. I really like it, the way it pops and stands out. And the thing is, once I painted it, I loved it so much I didn't want to put the battle damage decals on it. So what I might do is I might get another kit like this and use the battle damage decals and battle damage it up from yesterday's Enterprise. That might happen at some point. But also initially, all of my windows I had were black. And my brother said, why don't you paint some white so it looks like there's some life on the ship? And I'm like, nah, I just want to do them all black. I don't think a white would look good. But then a guy named Adam Jewell actually took one of my photos of this ship and photoshopped in some white windows. And it looked fantastic. So I thought, why not? So I went back and I painted some of them white to show that there's actually life on the ship. And it works. It makes it pop. So I apologize to my brother. You were right. You're usually right. There you go. I fixed it. It's all good now. There you go. Lesson learned. So that's talking about my Enterprise C model. There is another one that somebody else asked about in a minute or two here, which we'll address in a second when that comes up. So thank you, Intrepid Mike. Mark Bonero, I think your ship collection is really cool. I would like to see more on that. I'm sure you will. I'm not going to show any more of that today, but in future videos, I'm sure I will. Chris Gurney, so cool, so jealous. Bruno Loney, hey, if you ever feel sad, depressed, or just bad, remember that there are a lot of people out there who wish you to live long and prosper. Well, thank you guys. Much appreciated. I wish you to live long and prosper as well. I'm always here for you guys. I know you're always here for me as well. Joshua Davis, only complain about the entire episode. How is it the 21st of January, posted 2 hours ago? I don't know how that happened. It was posted... The post said it was posted in the future. I don't know. I just said temporal anomaly. And he said, haha, love it. Great job. And hail to your collection. Eddie Howard, I really like your collection. It puts mine to shame as Spock would say, live long and prosper. Neil Stagvi, hopefully I got that right. Thanks for posting, Captain. With your action figures, how do you decide which ones to open and which to keep packaged? About 7 years ago, I would buy 2 of each, including rare 12-inch ones, with the intention of opening one and keeping the other. But I only opened 1 each of the Diamond Select ones since they're fairly recent. Well, generally I just open them all. There are a few that I do have packaged. I have one of the Playmates Rikers that's all battle damaged. I left him in the package just because I'm not a huge Playmate TNG fan, so keeping it in the package makes it more options in the future should I choose not to keep it in my collection. The other is the smaller Playmates Jadzia figure from Trials and Tribulations. My package that she's in is labeled as Captain Sisko, so it's a printing error. It's a pretty common one, so it's not we're not worth a whole lot of money, but it's just an anomaly that I'm going to keep in the packaging because it's interesting. But generally I open them. I haven't opened my Spock and Kirk with the from Amok Time yet. I don't know if I ever will. There's just few that you get that feeling that you shouldn't open. It's just better display piece if you don't take them out. So it's tough. If I could afford to, I'd buy 2 of each and just open one and keep one in the box in the package. But Quantum says, wow, how long have you been collecting? Any favorites among them? Been collecting all my life, so 43 or 42 years. Any favorites? Lots of favorites. Lots of favorites. This Enterprise, the Enterprise C is one of my favorites. I got so many favorites. I can't even. One of my favorites is what I showed you in the last video is the Franklin Mint 25th Anniversary Enterprise, the die-cast one. Also the Franklin Mint pewter ships, the Enterprise, got the D7, the Klingon or the Romulan TOS Bird of Praise in the other room. Those are amazing. Duncan Shaw says, sorry to hear about the laptop. Glad you're able to put a positive spin on this. Paul Warren says, Trekyards, primary focus may be on ship design, which I enjoy, but your interviews also chronicle the history of Star Trek from the perspective of its designers, artists, and modelers who helped create the shows. By preserving this part of history, you are truly contributing to Trek itself. The work you are doing is important, and thousands of Trekkies appreciate the effort you put into making Trekyards. Well, thank you. That's our intention, is to document Star Trek history. We don't have an agenda. We don't have... we don't pull favorites. We just document things as they come at us. As people want to be on the show, we want to get that information documented and for posterity and put out there for you guys to enjoy. You guys can make up your own minds about certain things, certain arguments, certain discussions. We just want to document it all for you and be the people that you can look to and turn to get your information. So absolutely. David Jimerson, just curious as to where you acquired the animated bridge graphics and what's driving some of the smaller monitors on your walls. This is a frequently asked question on Trekyards. Nothing special and lots of places is the answer. Yeah. I've answered it a bazillion times in many, many captain's logs, and I don't want to keep doing it. I've said that many times. I always end up answering it again. Just go back and check some of the other captain's logs, I guess. Justin Hayes, where do I get such a cool shirt as the one you have on? In the last video, I was wearing the Risk is Our Business shirt. That was actually sent to me by one of the Trekyards viewers. I think it was San. Yeah, it was San. Yeah, I believe so. Anyway, yeah, he thought, oh, Captain Foley's about the same size as me. He ordered me the shirt, sent it to me for Christmas, and it's a beautiful shirt. I love it, and it fits perfectly. So yeah, thank you. So just order it online. You can look it up. Risk is Our Business shirt, and you should be able to find it. Novus Tilius, stay positive, mate. Always happy to see a Trekyards video pop up in my subscription feed. Well, it's good. There's lots of them, I'm sure. Enterprise H, which novel are you currently reading? My collection only really started last year, but I'm hoping to get my hands on the Eagle Moss ship soon. I'm rather curious that written work of Star Trek. Do you look at most? What written work of Star Trek do you look at most and enjoy revisiting? There are lots of stuff out there, and I'm inclined to get the most value out of it. I'm currently reading... Oh, it's in the other room. I can't remember. It's a time travel story about the Enterprise. The Enterprise's engines, how they... Oh, I can't remember the name of the book. Anyway. I haven't read most of my novels, to be perfectly honest with you. I scoop them up when I can, and I figure I'll read them eventually. Maybe when I retire, I don't know. But the ones I go back and visit most often, obviously, are the reference manuals, the technical manuals, because we need them for research and stuff. But for enjoyment purposes, probably the IDW comics, not the new series ones, but like the ones based on TOS and Next Generation and stuff, things like that. I really like. So I can't remember the novel. Damn it. Sorry, and I don't want to run upstairs and get it. I just want to get this done because I do have something to do a little bit later. Yeah, I can't remember. Sorry. The next on my list is the autobiography of James T. Kirk. So, I'm going to ignore Joe's comment. He knows why. Antichrist 86th. Why do I get the feeling there's some sort of Trump rant going on? I don't know. You'd be totally wrong. I don't give a flying shit about Trump or the politics in general, even my own country. I don't give a shit. I don't even really pay attention to anything that's going on. But it's just every fucking Facebook post is about Trump, so it's kind of hard to get away from it. But no, I don't care either way. I think it's amusing. It's going to be an interesting 4 years, or however long to watch. So, Martin Baxter. Into your positivity point, lyrics from one of my favorite songs. Nobody said it was easy. Nobody said it was. Nobody said it was easy. Nobody said it. Don't you give up. Don Odin is the executioner at Terran Empire ship. No, I already addressed this. Lion Shinzato, excellent captain's log. I enjoyed it very much. Well, thank you. Mark Grant, how much do you want for the Star Trek Online pinup hot Vulcan chick? Nothing, because I'm keeping it. I'd kill for that. Not only do I collect Star Trek things mostly, ships and books, I'm into pinup stuff and some other things that came out wrong. But never mind. How much for your Vulcan woman? Not enough. You couldn't pay me enough. I love that thing. The Franklin Man is a really cool thing, but I don't know why I can't get into the grid lines on the original ship. I don't mind them at all, actually. I love them, in fact, in every other model except for the original NCC 1701. I know technically that ship has them, but they're very faint, so it didn't show up on film, but I just can't get past them. And then he says, I like the clock thing you put the sticker on. That was really cool. If I actually saw something like that, I'd buy it. That's my homemade tricorder. Well, thank you. I really like that. I'm happy to show that off. Empyrean Frost says, question 1, what is your favorite TOS Trek novel that deals with wars? No idea. Question 2, do you think since Sarek was cast as Spock's mother will be cast as well? Possibly. And question 3, final. Would love to have a group to properly discuss JJ Tech, etc. I have a few ideas that come up with it, on why it's so different. Your friend and fellow captain, with care and friendship, Captain Jira Nas, USS Nightingale. As for our own dedicated JJ group, no, it's not going to happen. You can discuss JJ Tech on the Trekyards page. Just don't bash them and don't be an asshole to people that don't like them. You can ask the tech questions, post the tech things, but we're going to watch those comments and threads very closely and monitor them and kick anybody off that's being an asshole and delete comments that are just purely negative, because that always happens whenever you talk about JJ, whether good or bad. You always get the assholes in the bunch. So, Logan Crackcraft. My question is, where did you get that shirt? I want one. I already addressed that. Look it up online. It's a reference to Star Trek as well as Free Enterprise. Free Enterprise is awesome. Rob Burnett, it was a great opportunity to meet him in LA when we went, and I got to interview him about Free Enterprise. So those videos are on the Trekyards site. So check those out if you're a fan of Rob Burnett. It's great. I love it. Thank you for sharing your collection and keep up the good work. I love your channel and look forward to more content. Well, thank you. Joey Rutherford at 2229 next to the can of Romulan Ale is a ship model of a starship with a TOS style secondary hull and an oddly shaped primary hull. What is it? Somebody answered. That was the NCC 1701 phone. Very awkward phone to hold, but a very cool looking little piece of Star Trek collectibles. Daniel Bertazazin. I suffer with depression and anxiety as well, and your videos help me get through. Thanks, Captain. You're welcome. Len Zimby. Almost done, guys. Stay cool. Roberto Hernedo. This is an interesting comment. You are stupid. You are stupid if you don't realize that Star Trek fans like me look forward to your input and opinions on the United Federation of Planets and Starfleet Command. You are stupid if neither you or your staff included think we don't appreciate you. You are stupid if you don't believe that your knowledge of everything Star Trek is unappreciated. You are stupid if you don't think that financially limited fans like me somehow fail to enjoy your knowledge and contributions. We might live from check to mouth each month, but we are all Trekkies and Trekkers. Don't be stupid. You might have some critics and some haters, but please don't let them be the reason you abandon those of us who look forward to your next input. Don't be stupid. That wasn't my pathetic attempt at reverse psychology. That was me being honest. Stupid winky face. So I loved it. I didn't get offended by that at all. I thought it was an amazing comment. I really enjoyed that. So thank you, Roberto. Yeah. And don't worry, I live paycheck to paycheck too. Hand to mouth, hand to mouth. I wish I didn't. I wish I had money saved, but I don't. So, Nicholas Gadello. My enemy, my ally is my favorite Trek book. Stephen Hackett. Sorry. Not a complaint, just a point of concern. Your voice seemed to like it was speeding up. Was that due to stress or anxiety, or maybe since it's because you monologuing to a camera versus having to give and take conversation? I didn't distract from the quality of the product, just raised a red flag. I know someone with anxiety and more serious health issues, and speed up speech is one of the warning signs, so maybe I'm more sensitive to that. No idea. It was probably just because I was monologuing. Also because I don't want these videos to be super long. That's kind of why I'm reading the comments a little bit faster. Because I did promise myself I'd get through all these comments today. Because I really appreciate all your comments. And Captain's Log focused on them originally. And we're getting back to that for this episode at least. Patrick Mayer. Hi from Ireland. Love the channel. I was wondering if you would consider doing a show for on your electronic ships and weapons sometimes. Would love to. Maybe do it next time I show off the collection. Might be the phasers. How's that? Tony, anytime. I have a professional sound and audio equipment. When you guys go back to Ticonderoga, I would be happy to help you record everything. And then Samuel will talk to him about recording and using the equipment, and that would be amazing. So thank you, Tony. If you can make that happen, that'd be awesome. It would really help us out. John Michael Dorian, thanks for sharing your awesome collection. I'd pay 100 gold bars of Latinum for it. Thanks for Captain Kirk quote. K4M3JO, thanks for the tour. Gareth Fairclough, I hope you remember my negative comments. Please don't. Sticky out face sent positive waves. Ryosh Kogan, thanks Captain Foley. Some deep thinking there. Wow, and wow, what a collection. I hope you live long and prosper. Thanks for this very personal posting. Tony Anytime says, by the way, Captain and Commander, there is a saying in the business, the more important the footage, the greater the chance of it disappearing. And he goes on to the whole story about how this great footage was lost in Africa. And also his friend did an interview with an outgoing Pope. 30-minute interview, 5 minutes of it was all that you could hear because the audio on the mic died. So just talking about our troubles with the stolen laptop. So there's only a few more comments and then we're done, guys. So thank you for sticking around for this. Joe Diaz, what was the very first piece of Star Trek memorabilia you owned? Tell us the story behind it. No idea. No idea. I've had Star Trek stuff my whole life. I don't know which is my first one. I couldn't tell you the story behind it. Honestly, that's just my honest answer. Luke 9511. Have you read the books written by William Shatner about how the Borg brought Kirk back to life and had a Voyager from the Mirror Universe, etc.? Very good books. Yeah, I've read the books that Judith and Garfield Reed Stevens have written with William Shatner as a ghostwriter. Pretty sure he just said, let's bring Kirk back to life. And Judith and Garfield Reed Stevens went, okay. And then they wrote the whole thing, and he went, oh yeah, change this. I'm pretty sure he didn't do most of that writing. Just saying. But those are really good books. They are. I actually really enjoy those. Sean McDougall, great video. I always enjoyed getting new content. I'm interested in the smaller Enterprise C. The big one you painted is great. I don't remember the smaller one. I enjoy the class and have found it hard to get a good quality version of it made. This is the smaller Enterprise C. This is the one he's referring to. This is the one that is the 2500 scale cadet series from Polar Lights. Awesome set. They're all to scale of each other. I have them all lined up in the other room. This one I painted to match my big one, but it does have the decals, so it's not quite as a prominent. It's not as noticeable, the differentiation in the colors. As you can see, they're pretty much the same, but, and this one too, I turned off all the lights. See, that's how the big one looked initially. So I should go back and turn on the lights on this one. What do you guys think? So yeah, 2500 scale. They're all to scale of each other, which is great. So you can get all the enterprises lined up with the right scaling. And it's from Polar Lights, round 2. And great little models. And believe it or not, this whole thing is a decal. I painted the white, of course, but these rings, they're all one decal. Which is a bitch to do something that big. Same with on the top. There's a few little air bubbles and stuff in it because it is such a huge decal. But overall, it turned out really well. I'm really happy with them. Even all the striping on the engines, it's all one decal. This one didn't have decals for that, so I had to paint them on. You just tape them off with a little bit of painter's tape and then paint the stripes on. But so those are my Enterprise C's. Ashami Digital. Thank you, Captain Foley. You make a big difference for me over here in Japan. Well, that's good. Truby Howard said, yes, I watch everything on Trekyards. Are you going to Wonderfest? Yes, I plan on going to Wonderfest this year, Truby. If you do, I hope to see you there again. And thank you for watching, as always. Sean Buckwell. Only two more comments, guys. Sean Buckwell. A Foley is an indwelling bladder catheter. Captain Catheter. I'm fine with that. That just means that a doctor named Foley was intelligent enough to come up with the catheter idea, and it was named after him. I have no problem with that. Also, the Foley effect. It's in every movie, every TV show. It's the addition of special little sound effects to make things more realistic. The Foley effect. Check it out. There's Foley artists on everything you watch. So Foley is a very popular name, and a lot of intelligent people. Also, the Foley effect was named after someone named Foley who designed the effect and created it for whatever. I don't even know the history of it, but it's cool. So I have no problem you calling me Captain Catheter. That's kind of funny. But yes, there's a Foley catheter, guys. If you didn't know that, you do now. Halo 1 Buff. I was rather astonished at how many... This is the last comment, guys. At how many books and games of yours I either had or had wanted but never found, talking about your Bridge Commander. I too have the eternal struggle on how to display things. I recently came across some Rawcliffe pewter figures that need a spot. I was wondering if you knew about those and if you had any. No and no. They sound cool, but I don't have any and I didn't know about them. So that's it, guys. I was going to end with a quote from What Would Captain Kirk Do, but I feel I'm going to save that for the next episode because it kind of ties in with my next topic of discussion. But yeah, so this one I got a chance to answer all your comments and questions again. I love doing that. I wish I could do that more often, but to be honest, we get so many comments and questions that I can't go through them all and make it a bite-sized show. This isn't actually, it's 42 minutes running time right now, so I apologize for being so long. But I wanted to show off some of the stuff I got, the new cutting board and my bridge thing, which is signed by Uhura, for crying out loud, which I didn't know, which is awesome. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, if there's anything you see in any of the videos that you want me to comment or talk on or about, please let me know. I will definitely do that for you guys. There's lots to look at, as you can see, lots going on. So give it a shout out in the comments, and if I have a chance, I will do it. I try to read all the comments, but when we do, like, if I do a Captain's Log on Discovery or something, I usually end up getting hundreds of comments, and I can't really read them all or keep up with them. So some might get lost in the shuffle, but keep commenting, keep engaging with me, and I'll definitely do my best to get back to you guys. So that's it. I think I managed. Voice kind of riddled with disease and all. Like, listen to it, it's gravel. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys enjoyed the new show data files that came out. It's been fantastic. The response to it's been great. I messed up a line in it. I said the wrong date. I said 2271 instead of 2371. But that's just the way it goes when you're recording sometimes, so I apologize. But check it out. The new data files show is something that's really cool. Also, the new Q&A show is doing really well. You guys are really enjoying those, and that makes me happy. It makes me smile. So keep watching. We'll keep making, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, I'm Captain Foley. Live long and prosper, guys, and be positive. Be good to each other. please. Okay? See you guys in the future. Bye, everybody.